What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back once again, and we are going to be doing another movie review, and we're going to be talking about The Craft Legacy. Now, first off, if you guys have not seen this, go check it out. It is online. First off, I want to say that this review is a little late, so I want to apologize about that. I've had a lot going on personally, as I did mention, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. If you guys don't mind spoilers, this is going to be a massive spoilers alert, so you guys have had your chance, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to try to get into the whole entire story, but pretty much this, if I had a way to describe it, it was a remake slash sequel to the original film. Now we have the character by the name of Lily, who is with her mom Helen, and they move into a brand new house, which I'm guessing is with Helen's boyfriend or fiance or whatever have you, and she gets introduced to the character Adam, who is the boyfriend of the fiance, and his three sons. Now, you get this really odd vibe from them first off, and then later throughout the film, you basically see where they're ignoring her, she feels out of place, and then in the trailer you get to see where unfortunately she does start her period in the very first day of school. One of the guys in her class makes fun of her. She goes to the bathroom crying. Other three characters by the name of Tabby, Lou, as well as Frankie, they are Wiccans, and they find out that she is one as well. They later become friends like they did in the original movie, as well as start showing that they all need each other so that way they can become, very unique, more powerful. And they all also come in very close really quickly. They actually get a prank done on a character that was actually bullying Lily, who later actually they put a spell on to, I guess, become his true self. And he later gets revealed that he's actually very sensitive, and later comes out that he is bisexual. And there's more stuff that comes out with that character. And then later on, when more stuff gets revealed, we do get to see that Lily is extremely powerful, like how we saw Sarah in the very last movie. There was only one original cast member in this movie, who was by Farazera Balk, who played Nancy in the very first film, which I will get to later in a few minutes. Now, we do see where Lily starts having visions or something of Adam and his little group or whatever that it initially is. I want to say it really reminded me of some kind of a cult. The way that he did it really reminded me of a cult. That was the closest thing I could get to it. Now, originally, I think he was trying to do something, and then later come to find out where Lily gets bound, as well as the other witches, because they think that she cannot be trusted how powerful she is, where she blames herself over her death, as well as also being able to push people, and then they later bind her and then themselves. Then it gets later revealed that Adam is a warlock, and he's trying to take her power, and the only way you can take a witch's power is if you give that power away willingly, which later gets found out. And then we later find out that Lily is not Helen's actual daughter, that she is adopted. We later find out who the mother is, again, which I'll get to in a few minutes. And we go through this where we kind of know who the mother is by the way that they are talking about it, where Helen basically says that she went through some trauma, and she made her a promise that she was going to take care of her as her own, and the only consequence that she had was do not tell her about her lineage, which later does come to find out where, Lord behold, it is Nancy that is her mother. Don't know who the father is, but we also see where at the very end of the film, after defeating Adam with the other three of her friends, she goes with her adopted mother to go meet her actual birth mother in the Psychiatric ward that she's been in ever since, I'm guessing, after the events of their very first movie. So we do see where she gets in the door, she says, "Can I help you?" And she basically says, "And I'm Lily, I'm your daughter." And you see where Nancy, she no longer has short hair. Her hair is extremely long. She's been there for however many years, and that's pretty much how it leaves off. It leaves on a very big cliffhanger. So, and what I did read is that there is a possibility for a third film. Now, this does give a big opening for a third film. Um, I think that'd be very interesting to see who exactly is Lily's father, and I'm wanting to guess that it's possibly somebody that was in a psychiatric ward that got Nancy pregnant. I'm guessing she was either this was either willing or unwilling, depending on the circumstances. Whether a attendant probably took advantage of her, or another patient she got involved in and then it got caught, and then she just wanted to get rid of the baby because she later figured out that that was probably the right thing to do. So there's a million different options that they could go with the next film if this film does get picked up, which hopefully it does. Because again, I enjoyed this film. I found it to be very suspenseful. I found it to be very thrilling. I liked how they turned the the characters against one another, but at the same time they kept them true to the character, and I enjoyed that because we honestly did not know what we were going to expect within the film, because I honestly thought we were going to be like getting one bad witch that's going to, you know, try to take on all the others, and then, you know, there's one that's going to have to fight them and all that kind of stuff like we had in the first film. So we don't have that in this one. We pretty much have where they know that Lily is extremely powerful, but at the same time they're still friends and they want to make sure that she is going to be okay, and they become very good friends very quickly. So again, I enjoy this movie. They very kept it to a updated kind of fashion, and when I say that is that the issues that's going on nowadays, where one of the characters with one of the females actresses who later she reveals that she is a transgender, also with one of the characters coming out bisexual, which is a guy, like I stated. So a lot of these now to date events that's going on that was not talked about or brought up back then as it is now. So there is a lot of nowadays events, like I said, that goes on within this film. Again, with the time of year it is, as well as also how it was back then, two different time frames. Also, it was very updated to the culture of how it was, where high school was still the same. Again, that was, you know, it was normal. There's a few things in the trailer that they did not show, like the picture of Nancy. They did not show that. They did not go like, hey, you know, we are the strange, you know, we are the weirdos, and you know, like how Nancy did in the very beginning of the very first movie, and Lily was supposed to do that as well, but she did not. So there's a lot of throwback within the original film, but at the same time they kept it to I want to say like a new school kind of vibe, but they also kept true to the original film, and I was very worried about that, if they were going to keep to the original film, and surprisingly they did. They did not try to make it their own. They actually continued the story to a certain degree of what they were originally going to do. And if they continue the story with a third movie, I think it'd be perfectly fine. I think it'd be very interesting to see where it goes from here, to see how far it could go with the with what exactly witches are able to do and what they are not able to do, because we only got some hints within the franchise of this film. Like, there were certain rules that a witch or a coven had to abide by, otherwise they were going to be killed, cast out, or they were binded to where they could not do magic to themselves or to other people. And there are also other characters that were supposed to bring into this film, such as the one Sarah, which I would assume she was going to be in this film, but she was not in this film for whatever reason. I assume that she was going to be. There was supposedly that she was going to be in this film. I think Robin Tunney was supposed to be in this film. I had no idea if she was. There was a lot of throwback if she was going to be in this film, but I did not see her. If I missed it, okay, then maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, guys, let me know what your thoughts are about this film. Did you guys watch it? Did you guys even want to watch it? Did you guys check it out? Either way, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. If you guys did watch it, let me know your thoughts about it. If you guys didn't, go check it out, and then let me know what you guys think. But either way, I would like to know your thoughts are about this movie in the comments down below. If you haven't go watch it, go check it out. But either way, at 1 out of 10, I'd have to give this probably an 8. And the only reason why I give this a high number slash that kind of a number is because I would hope that they didn't leave a lot of they didn't give us a lot of room to discover more characters. They didn't give us the reason why Adam is a warlock. Where is his lean? What is his origin of his family? Same thing of how what happened. Why is Lily's Nancy's daughter, and how these other witches are able to have these abilities? What happened to the other characters? They didn't do that. So I'm hoping if we do get a third film that exactly what they show. So either way, guys, let me know what you guys think about it. And as always, I'll see you in the comments and in the next video.